Doris. What are you doing, kitty? Doris! I know, not impressed. Today's the day. Today's the day I'm leaving this humble abode that is nice and heated, and I'm going out winter camping. Ironically, also the coldest weekend we've had this year. I think at one point it will be in the negatives. We'll see what happens. So, should be fun. Stick around. So, quick update on the road. Very slowly. It's not great road conditions right now. We're in the middle of winter weather advisory. As I get a little more south, obviously the weather's getting a little bit better the further I get away from the lake, so that's good. But we're probably about halfway there, so we'll get there in time. We're almost there. We're in the middle of nowhere. So now that I'm here and in place, the first thing I really want to do is actually switch my boots. I wore more comfortable boots. It was about an hour and 30-minute drive here. So I switched into some comfortable boots. Got some nice winter ones, got some nice wool socks. I'm going to throw those on here real quick before my feet get cold. And then I'll start on the tent and everything else. All right, so I made it. Not exactly the site that I was going for. Even though I contacted the Department of Conservation here and was told the camping was still allowed and that the access to the road was available, albeit it was a seasonal road, so it's kind of at your own risk, but no big steel barrier up in front of it. So had to drive around for a little bit, had a secondary location that I thought might be good. I mean, it looks all right. It's not too bad. It's an open area. I can see in the summertime this might not be great because it'd be, it's very open to the road, to other campsites. There's probably, I don't know, maybe 9 sites here altogether. Really nice though. They have horse stalls. I don't know what it is with this place and horses. The other one had them too. So picked out this nice little corner spot here. You got a nice table, fire pit that's buried right now. Somebody left a giant log in it, so, got to clear that out first. Gonna set up over here. It's nice and empty, nice and relatively flat too. And then, I'm not really sure if I was supposed to, but I just pulled my Jeep in because there's nothing else here. But you'll see right over here, it's a privy toilet. It's a privy toilet. So not gonna have to use my toilet tent and my little stool toilet this time, so that'll be good. But yeah, overall, I'm pretty excited. We'll give it a shot. some reason, I'm not really sure why, the rain fly is messing up, and it's this back stake that's doing it. But I mean, other than that, I'm happy. So, funny story, forgot my lighters. It's all good though. I have these Coleman matches, these waterproof matches that I've had for probably, well, I've been married for 16 years, so probably 16 years. And when I tested them out at home, they still worked, so let's cross our fingers here. Not too far from the road, but it is a seasonal road, so I don't really expect too much traffic. The bigger thing that I see getting noisy is any sort of snowmobile runs, because the trail I'm on is primarily a horse trail, but in the winter it's designated as a snowmobile trail. The outhouse. It's like 2 stumps to wait, man. Oh, let's check it out. This could get scary. Okay, well, the door's a little stuck. But all in all, there's even toilet paper in there. That's not too bad, I guess. Alright, so we're going to do something I didn't want to do, which is we are going to head out down the road quick, see if I can catch some cell network somewhere. Just want to let the wife and family know I'm here and I'm good. The site I was supposed to have had cell reception, but plans change. So, mission accomplished. I was able to go probably 2-3 miles down the road and had some decent cell reception for, I don't know, like 30 seconds maybe. Wasn't the call she wanted, I'm sure, but at least she knows I'm here. And I got to talk to Maddie real quick too, because she answered the phone first. So in case anybody's interested, I'm in what would be considered the southern tier of New York, just outside of Watkins Glen, and I think still in a town called Dundee, or just right past there. But where I'm staying is part of the Six Nations Trail System. They run all along down here. I was trying to stay at, it's called Sugar Hill State Park or State Forest. They have a cool fire tower. I might still go over there and try to hike up there tomorrow on the way home. We'll see. But unfortunately, I was met with a steel barrier that wasn't supposed to be there. All right, so it sure got dark really quick. It's getting a lot colder real quick, so put on my Saburst cap, keep me nice and warm. A couple layers here and some mittens and gloves and lots of good stuff. I got the fire roaring behind me. It's just about time to start some dinner. I got some Wegmans sesame chicken and noodles. Should be really good protein and calories for the night. We're going to try it on the butane first. Might be too cold for that, so I did bring them back up, but we're going to try it. All right, so light of the fire, right? That's all we got right now. Oh, and now we got smoke. That's awesome. Actually, it's quite warm, so it feels great. Now if I can just see through it. Much better. All right, just got smoked out of the fire, so I moved it around, which honestly works a little bit better for me. My food's crackling. Should probably go stir it in a minute. I'll be honest, this is the first winter camping I can ever remember doing. So it's been a learning experience. It's really been fun so far, aside from getting sidetracked from where I was supposed to be staying. You know, as much as I love to be alone, there's always that worry of what if something happens out here, right? So I have no cell reception. I had to drive up the road to get some. My family roughly knows where I am. But I also, the road I'm on is actually livening up. It's kind of weird. It's a seasonal road. During the day, it was totally dead. And now it's cars. There's been probably 5 or 6 in the past hour. So I'm in the tent now for the night. Not going to bed yet. I do have a few things that I can do. I have the iPad, got some shows that I put on it. I brought my book with me. I'm warming up real quick here, so I figured I'd give you guys a tour of what I brought this trip. Now, I will give you a full disclaimer. My wife will tell you I'm a bougie traveler. What does that mean? That means that I ain't sleeping on the ground. Thought about getting a pad for this place, but it just didn't seem to fit really well. Or at least I thought. So I got a cot. I'm a bigger guy, so I had to get a premium cot. Takes up probably more room than the pad would, but I'm hoping, I know for a fact that it's comfortable. I've laid on it at home. So I have the Gazelle T4 Overland Edition because it came with some extra things. I think overall, after putting it up, it was a good choice to go with the Overland Edition. But here it is. So this is the door right here, or there's 2 doors. I'll be honest, they're a little awkward just because of the shape of them. As you can see, they're like this D-shaped almost. And it's not so much the getting in and getting out that bothers me, because it reminds me of my hunting blind, so it's the same thing. It's this screen right here. I keep getting the zippers mixed up, so whenever I want to open up the door, I end up closing the screen on accident. One of my rigid boxes, it's the one that I use to keep the essential stuff. I have a bigger toolbox one that does have like my recovery kit and all that in it as well. That's my drone and battery bag over there. My backpack with my clothes and essentials. My book. My Mr. Heater Buddy. I know everybody's on the fence about those. I love it. It's warming it up in here really well. And I have one of these handy dandy CO2 testers and alarms right up here in my loft, so that way if it gets too low I'll be alerted. Obviously at night I'm not going to leave it on. I'm going to turn it off before I go to bed. This is my cot setup. So that's just a moving rug underneath it, or moving blanket, whatever you want to call them. There is I have this little cushion on top of it. Again, say bougie. That's just a fleece blanket as an extra barrier. I have my Teton Zero Leaf sleeping bag. It's super warm. And then I'm going to pull the red fleece over me just again to give it that one extra barrier. That right there is an electric blanket, a heated blanket. So if I end up getting cold, it is a 12 volt. It does plug into my Balder battery over here, my 330 watt Balder. And it runs very minimally on it, so I can use that for a little while to add some extra warmth in there if I need to. And then I brought myself a new chair for this trip because my other one was all jacked up, and as you can see I already got water and it froze almost instantly on it. But I got myself a new chair just to bring inside, nice and comfy, give me somewhere to sit. Alright, so all tucked in, I watched a movie, Free Solo, on Disney Plus. Good movie. I thought it would make me feel a little bit more at one with being by myself in the woods, but turns out gave me just a lot of anxiety. A lot of heights in that movie, but really, really good. Definitely recommend it. I think we're now into the singles, maybe in digits. So just kick down the Mr. Buddy heater for a few minutes just to get it warm in here again, so you can't see all that. Oh, that's pretty cool. Let's do it again. Alright, so I'm gonna turn everything off here in a few minutes and go to sleep. Hopefully. Feeling pretty warm though, so that's good. It's 7 o'clock and my phone wants me to get up, but I don't think I'm ready yet. So that's it. I got camp all broken down, as you can see back there. Got nothing left behind except a little bit of wood. There was some there when I got there, so I figured I'd leave some to replace it. This has been a really good trip. It's been a good learning experience. It's been just fun in general. It's something most people would never think of doing, let alone actually do. I had a lot of learning here. Did a lot of YouTube searches, a lot of list searches, all that good stuff. So I came and I thought I was pretty well prepared, and I think overall I was. There's a couple things I'd probably ditch out of the kit for winter, specifically the butane stove. It lasted about 5 minutes, and then I switched over to the propane Coleman grill, which worked much better, much quicker. But everything else seemed to work out really, really well. The electric blanket, that was primo too. Having used the Gazelle now, I do have some new thoughts on it. I loved it. I know a lot of people, when they go winter camping, they like to keep things simple and small and compact, and I enjoyed all of the room that I had in there, especially since it got really dark really quick, and the fire got a little boring after a little bit, so I went in and watched a movie. And so having that space in there was really nice, that I wasn't just confined to one area. I could get comfortable. I could really just enjoy the time in the tent. I will say, in terms of setup and takedown was a little bit more difficult than I expected, having done it before, just because everything was a little obviously icy, so I had to get that all taken down, and I had never used the Footprint or the Rainfly yet. That being said, the tent is still an awesome value. I think, you know, the cost of it. Would I go for the Overland Edition again? I don't know. The stakes seemed really good on it, and then I pulled it out and realized that I had bent 2 of them. So, I don't know. Alright, so that's a wrap on this trip. I got the Jeep warming up in the background, the ice coming off it, although now the sun's coming up, so, you know, it's my luck. I go to leave and all the clouds clear. But, you know, if you like this, go ahead, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button. I hate throwing that on there, but I feel like that's the thing to do on YouTube, is it not? I mean, if you don't say like and subscribe, or you even putting a video on YouTube, it's like if you're not using a gimbal, are you vlogging? I don't use a gimbal. I don't like them. I got just a selfie stick. But thanks for joining in again. I'll see you guys on the next trip.